Right, something I didn't expect to find. This chain is only a couple of months old, yet already that's at 0.75. So it's already nearly 1% worn. Why is that? This chain came from Amazon, and a new chain that I've put on order is also from Amazon. Now there are things to note. It says inner plate chamfering, but if I look at the chain, I don't know about you, but I can see no chamfer on that inner plate. Also the writing, well, it does look like KMC. The KMC on that pin is centered, but on this one the K is very close to the pin. Now this chain was perfect when I put it on, so why is it now already 1% nearly stretched? As you can see, when I purchased it, it was well within the limit. That's 0.5 and that's not going in, so there was no problem with the chain. Right, just to prove a point, we'll just check this bike at 0.5, and yep, that don't go in. So 0.75 will definitely be no chance of that going in. So that chain is fine, no wear on that one. So just to prove the gauge is working, this bike at 0.5, and we find that the chain is slightly worn, so slightly stretched. 0.5 is going in there. 0.75, yeah, it's okay. So there's still some life in that chain, but we'll need replacing sometime in the future. Keep a check on it. Right, the new chain's arrived. There's a slight difference. This one has got shifting performance, X bridge, which is to improve gear change, whereas this one, as you know, is supposed to have the chamfering that I couldn't see. Interesting to note that the packaging is different, especially the other side of the package. The back of the cases looks similar, but the writing on the left hand case has got the well, it's all in English, there's more information, and it's also got the address of the European KMC base distribution, and on the right there's more in Chinese and less information. View of the case alone, I think I have more confidence with this one, so let's go and fit it. As this is a KMC chain and it does have the missing link, so if it was the original chain, I had to use this tool to remove one of the pins. To remove the pin, you would have to use this tool, place the chain inside of the that jaw, and then you just tighten this in. It's quite stiff, but once you get it going, it pushes the pin out. Can you see? There's the pin coming out on the left hand side. Oh. Right, one pin. So that means the chain, unwind it, and then voila, it's apart. Right, all we've got to do is find the missing link. There it is. And with this tool, we can go in there and squeeze together. Not all these links are reusable, but this one is. So that should now come apart. Take this out. Oily chain, off you come. And then we'll lay it out, like with the old chain laid out, nice and straight. Open up the box. There's the missing link. There's the new chain. Nice and shiny and clean. So you can lay this one out. You lay it directly alongside the old chain. As you can see, I laid both chains alongside each other so as to compare them. There is exactly the same number of links. They finish almost identical, but as you move along, so they're lined up 100% at the beginning, but as you move along, move slowly, you can see how the chain on the left, or the furthest from you, is actually out of alignment as it gets towards the other end, and finally it's longer. So that must be, the metal doesn't stretch, it has to be the actual chain has got play within the pins and the rollers, and that's what's making the chain that bit longer, which of course would lead to wear on the drive chain and on your rear cassette. Right, clean the chain ring, and I've cleaned the cassette and the sprockets at the back here, and everything ready to go. Now, when you thread this, you need to pass the chain over under here. Note that there's some it's got to go underneath. There's another one the other side, so keeping it inside, and then all this matter then is joining the two pieces. So I've got the chain over the front middle sprocket or chain ring, whatever, and then you just take this end and pull it towards the other one and put in the link. Right, instructions quite straightforward. It's a reusable link, and you use the tool to lock it. In this case, when we unlocked it, you squeeze them. When you lock it, you pull them apart, and that locks it through the links. And then basically open the tool, and then that's it. Joined. Found it useful to put something heavy on the pedal just to stop this moving. And then it's quite easy then to marry the two. That's it, new chain on. All going well. Right, just need to oil the chain. Good old 3-in-1. So some oil through, and then just wipe the chain as it goes round. Leaves a film of oil, just like Bike Man said. Job done. just giving it a quick test ride. Perfect. So hopefully that's the end of it. So what's wrong with this chain? The old chain? Not sure about the quality. Was it a fake, counterfeit? I don't know. Quite possible, because it should have lasted more than 200 miles. And it is definitely stretched, so parts of it are worn, probably the pins, the plates. So I think it's best to buy direct from Amazon and not to chance it with one of the other suppliers who are just using it to dispatch, Amazon to dispatch. So that's it. Bike sorted. Hopefully that's the end of it. Yes, the bike chain's new, and hopefully this will last. It should last between 2,000 and 3,000 miles, depending on how you ride. I'll keep a check on it and see how it performs, but I expect it to be a good chain and it will last.